Located in Siem Reap, Cambodia, Angkor Wat is the world's largest religious monument and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Covering 162.6 hectares, it is the centerpiece of the Khmer Empire's history, and a key symbol of Cambodia, appearing on its national flag. Angkor Wat, translated from Khmer, literally means city temple. It was commissioned by King Surya Varman II as a state temple dedicated to Hindu god Vishnu. The construction likely began in the year 1116 CE, 3 years after King Surya Varman came to the throne, with construction ending in 1150, shortly after the king's death. The outer enclosure wall is approximately 3.6 kilometers in total length, defining a massive rectangular wall area that measures roughly 1,025 meters east to west and 800 meters north to south. The temple grounds are further surrounded by a massive 5.5 kilometer long water-filled moat. Its architectural design combines the temple mountain and galleried temple forms characteristic of Khmer architecture. The overall layout is commonly interpreted as a symbolic representation of Mount Meru, a cosmological concept shared by both Hindu and Buddhist traditions. The site is built entirely out of stone, which is incredible, as close examination of the temple demonstrates that almost every surface is treated and carved with narrative or decorative details. From the late 13th century onwards, the complex was gradually transformed into a Buddhist temple and has remained an active center of Buddhist worship for centuries. The building is likely to have necessitated some 300,000 workers, which included architects, construction workers, masons, sculptors, and the servants to feed these workers. Construction of the site took over 30 years and was never completely finished. King Surya Vaman and his architects intended for the temple to serve as the supreme abode for Lord Vishnu. It was intended to serve as an axis to demonstrate the Angkor kingdoms and the king's central place in the universe. The five-tower structure represents Mount Meru, the mythical five-peaked home of the Hindu gods, and the center of the universe. A quincunx arrangement is used, with the central tower rising 65 meters above the ground. These temple walls reflect themes from the Hindu epics of Ramayana and Mahabharata, representing the historical influence of Indian culture, art, and language. The churning of the sea of milk, or Samudra Manthan, is also depicted here. Watching the sunrise at Angkor Wat is a transformative experience. It feels like witnessing a bridge between the earthly and the divine. This experience is one of a kind. As the sky shifts from a deep, velvety indigo to a soft charcoal, the silhouette of the iconic Lotus Bud Towers begins to sharpen against the horizon.